Hey, Bobby. Bobby with no black and miles. Time to go, man. I just want my turn, man. You know what I'm talking about? Let go. Let go.
1, 2, drop roller, kush roller, burn slower. Just want my fucking turn, so let it burn. 1, 2, drop roller, kush roller, slow burner. I just want my fucking turn. 1, 2, drop roller, kush burner, burn slower. I just want my fucking turn. 1, 2, drop roller, kush roller, slow burner. I just want my fucking turn. When I pull up, switching lanes in the armor truck, filled up. Loose lips ain't ships, don't sell a soul. The plot get thicker as the pot get bigger. My acknowledgement, I ain't tripping at what I'm thinking, that I'm leaving licking in the river. Just the beginning, I'm setting up the king. He's got that bling bling, and I'm having things to remember. Broke my back in August, so my kids can slap right in December. Everything that I can imagine of having, sitting at my disposal, humble, just bragging, no lagging, no game giver, no deliver to no lame nigga. I pick up no play, lose no way, Superman like Clark Kent, they doing shit. Drop roller, kush roller, burn slower, just want my fucking turn, so let it burn. 1, 2, drop roller, kush roller, slow burner, I just want my fucking turn. 1, 2, drop roller, kush burner, burn slower, I just want my fucking turn. 1, 2, drop roller, kush roller, slow burner, I just want my fucking turn. I'm sick with it, hit licks, no shame, blame game, shit change, I'm wrecking man. The same block is hot, hot shells, dead body, cold jail, niggas stressed out, jump bail. The system set up for us to fail, but oh well. I'm seeking in lavish style, color of mustard. Never been a buster, so never trust ya. Gravy meals and cornmeal, stealing niggas' dream of coming up. When I pull up, don't leave your bitch around me. True player for real, ask my nigga for real. Taking bitches for real, losing my spot, no way. Superman like Clark Kent. 2, drop roller, kush roller, burn slower. Just want my fucking turn, so let it burn. 1, 2, drop roller, kush roller, slow burner. I just want my fucking turn. 1, 2, drop roller, kush burner, burn slower. I just want my fucking turn. 1, 2, drop roller, kush roller, slow burner. I just want my fucking turn.
All right, fam. How y'all doing? PVG, nurse note. You got your snacks? Are y'all ready? Every day. Come on, drop it, V.
One Thursday night, I was sitting at home, scrolling, looking crazy, bored on my phone. I hit my girl up and said, "What's up?" She said, "Girl, I'm sitting here watching nursing stuff." What nursing stuff? I asked, all confused. When I watch that kind of stuff, girl, you give me the blues.
Hold breath. Hold breath.
It's a new show that I've never seen. You gotta see the vibe that these girls have on screen. Who is they? What, where, and who? Nurse Knows, a new show streaming on YouTube. Every Thursday night from 7 to 8. Get your snacks and your wine, girl, and don't be late. Nurse Knows is the brand new vibe. Every Thursday night, same place, same time. Nurse Knows is the brand new vibe. Every Thursday night, same place, same time.
PVG, already. Dominate on. Oh, I can't say that.
Welcome, Notees. You are now tuned in with PVG of Nurse Notes.
Hey y'all, I'm Pam.
I'm Veronica.
And I'm Gabby. And we are here to get you notarized.
Thank you for tuning in to our all-new podcast. Well, this is a safe haven for not only nurses, but patients and families.
Thanks, Veronica, for telling us that. We're going to go and pay some bills. We're going to go to commercial. But, y'all, this show is going to be lit. It's our first show. It's titled The Welcome Letter. Yes. Marcus, take us to commercial. You are now tuned in with PVG of Nurse Notes.
Hi, I'm Pam.
I'm Veronica.
And I'm Gabby. And we are here to get you notarized.
Catch our all-new podcast
every Thursday night from 7 to 8 p.m.
on YouTube, Official Nurse Notes, and Villa Cooler Radio.
You can also watch us on our website at www.officialnursenotes.com.
Please go like, follow, and share on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram.
See you there, Noties!
And we are back, Noties. Thank you so much for tuning in. We hope that you got your snacks. We hope you got your wine or whatever your beverage of choice is. We're going to go ahead and jump right into our first topic of the evening, which is who is Nurse Notes? Getting to know us, okay?
I'm so excited.
So that's basically us letting you into some of our personal life to know who we are, why we exist, and why Nurse Notes is here. So I guess I'll go ahead and start out. My name is Veronica. I have been in healthcare overall for over 20 years. I've spent the last 10 as an LVN. I'm also a wife and mother of 4. My children are 20, 18, 10, and 7. So I'm pretty busy most of the time. As far as my personal career, like I said, I've been in healthcare for over 20 years. As an LVN, I've done pretty much everything that I could do, from home health to bedside to acute care, and to now where I'm in utilization management. And what brought me here is that whole journey. Working in healthcare is a tireless job. You have to be really in your purpose to be a nurse. It's nothing that you're ever going to get enough recognition or enough pay for. And so after such a long career, I had to ask myself, okay, what's next? What am I going to do next? And how am I going to be of service and help people? So, the 3 of us, we got together. We were all tired during the pandemic. It changed a lot of things for us. And we were like, okay, no, we got to do something else. But we still want to help the people. And so here we are with Nurse Notes.
Well, I guess I'll go next. Hey, y'all, I'm Pam.
Hey, Pam.
Hey. So I started in healthcare in 2009, attending CNA school at a local rehabilitation center. From there, I went ahead and attended the LVN program at TJC in 2011. Met Veronica there.
Yes, ma'am.
And lifelong friends, I can say. Went into dermatology, transitioned back into nursing as a RN, completing that in 2014. In 2014, I went ahead and started working in private duty home health and pediatrics specifically, and then transitioned into acute care where I met Gabby, and that was in 2016. Outside of nursing, I love traveling the most. I love shopping. I love doing my hair, makeup, all that. And definitely right now I have a staffing agency, Asset Medical Staffing.
Yes, ma'am.
Definitely into entrepreneurship. So definitely watch us if you're into that, nursing, and just learning more about nursing.
Amen.
Gabby?
Hey guys, I'm Gabby. I started nursing in 2008. I did the CNA thing, but I quit because it was a terrible experience for me.
It's hard.
It's a hard
It's
job.
hard.
But, I came back to nursing because it is my passion, taking care of people. I started out in medical oncology, and then I moved to surgical ortho trauma drama, where I met the lovely Pamela, who introduced me to the lovely Veronica.
Yes.
So, people know me as a fun-loving wife, mother. I I be complicated sometimes, but you
work it out.
Work it out. Yeah. My kids, I have 2 beautiful kids. Malachi and McKenna, they're charismatic, dramatic. They keep me on my toes. But then, my passion is nursing, education, patient advocacy, things like that. So here we are. We joined together. Went out to Cali. The pandemic was phases for me. When I say, boy,
yeah.
I call it the P's, but we'll get into that a little bit later. Problems, you know what I'm saying? But that's me.
Yeah, and we love you.
Yes, we do.
Look, we do. Gabby is definitely the hype one.
No coffee
of the bunch, with and without the coffee.
They made a song about me calling I'm different.
Right. But yes, Nurse Notes was born just from 3 nurses with 30 plus years experience deciding to bring it back to the basics. What is nursing about? And that, it's different things to all of us, but I think we all can agree that nursing is about taking care of people, giving unselfishly, giving your time, not just passing medications, and things like that. You really have to have a heart and a passion for healthcare overall, not to exclude any healthcare worker, because it's not an easy job. Nurses hold a special place in my heart, because they do hold a lot of things all day long to take care of people.
We wear multiple hats.
And the nurturing part of what we do is really the drive behind it. So we just want to be a resource to you guys. If you have questions, we have answers. If we don't have answers, we can get you answers. We just want to be able to point you in the right direction to make sure that you are living the life that you want to live as far as health. We're going to go into things as far as wealth as well. It's just going to be a great show to keep up with. We're going to touch every aspect of life. And I think that nurses do that every time we're with a patient. That's pretty much what we do. We touch their lives. We get to learn everything about them, and we get to see them at their most vulnerable time. And then we are patients at some point. So yeah, I think Nurse Notes is going to be great.
My challenge to nurses is, if you're not touching a patient's life and you're not making a difference every day, check yourself. Are you burnt out? Are you tired? Do you need a break?
Definitely.
Because all those things, we can help you with that too.
Definitely.
We can give you options. That's the wonderful thing about nursing. You have so many avenues for revenue to go places where you want to go. You're not stuck to one, I call it genre of nurses, because I'm a reader. So you can do lots of different things. So just please make sure in whatever you're doing, not just nursing, but in life, that you're happy. Quality over quantity is very important to me. So I'm trying to live the quality life. Whatever don't make me happy, I'm gonna reevaluate, refocus, repurpose, and remove. But Veronica,
and let me just add that a lot of people are getting into nursing for what?
money.
The dollar. So let's go ahead and think about, why are we getting into nursing? What drives you as far as wanting to be a nurse? It can't be just a book. I mean, it literally has to be something from your soul, and it gives you purpose and meaning in life. So just something to think about.
And something else to think about, and we're going to talk about that in our next topic. Living in your purpose is our next topic. But just to go ahead and touch on that, if you think about living in your purpose, it's what, when you get up every day, it's what you can do that doesn't feel like work. It actually feels like you're doing something that you love, and if you can get paid for it, that's a bigger plus. That's just like icing on the cake. But I heard a saying that says, and I think y'all have all heard it before, your gift will make room for you. Well, I think the 3 of us have learned your gift will heal you.
Amen.
Because whatever you are doing that is your purpose, it's gonna make you look at you. Because you can't be sitting around telling people what to do and how to do it, and you're not checking self. So I can tell you, we have worked hard, we have worked diligently to bring you really good content, but it's also made us do a lot of self-check.
I think after this time, I'm just way more self-aware as far as relieving stress, making sure that It's an inside joke. Make sure I hydrate.
Water,
Drinking water. We'll get into that another show. But
that's a show.
And also, make sure I provide time for self and exercise.
Yeah.
You definitely, we make times for things we want to do, but it's always important to make sure you take care of yourself. And if you don't take care of yourself, you can't take care of others.
Exactly.
And we strive every day to be dope, and we dominate our purpose every day.
Yes,
That became our theme because we've laughed together, we've cried together, we've supported each other through some tough times. Like I said, that pandemic, we're gonna touch on that because it has been crazy. And I know a lot of people talk about PTSD. That's real. You can get lost in the shuffle. You need to make sure that your circle is tight and that your circle is people that really will support you and laugh at you and cry with you and have your back 100%. If not, delete. That's what Facebook got. They got a delete button. They got a block
and it
button.
might be family. It might be friends. It might be your job.
But if somebody's not supporting you, it's definitely time to clean it up. So this has been a reset, refocus, and I tell my nurses that on the floor, when you're not comfortable, when you have an anxiety about anything you're going through, that's what you need to do.
Exactly.
So delete.
Especially before you try to take care of somebody else. And I can attest to the tears and tough times because when we started Nurse Notes, y'all, we had a vision of what we wanted. But a friend of ours told us about Vila Coola Radio.
Yes.
And he introduced us to the one and only Marcus.
All right, Marcus.
And we had one conversation with Marcus, y'all. And he was able to turn this thing really into what it is. We have to give him credit for that. So we just want to say thank you to Vila Coola Radio for even believing in our dreams, bringing our dreams to reality. The rest of the show is still going to be lit. Yeah. We love all of our viewers. Thank you, Notice, for tuning in right now.
Thank you.
We're going to go into our first segment, guys, and it's called Back to the Basics, okay?
Back to the what? Back to the basics.
All right, Noties. So we are here with our first segment, Back to the Basics.
I love that song.
Back to the what?
Back to the basics.
Back to the basics. All right. So, Pam, why don't you tell us what Back to the Basics means for Pam?
Oh, gosh. I got to go first. So, back to the basics. For me, when I think of the topic or the phrase back to the basics, I think about the fundamentals of nursing. So going through 2 nursing programs, it kind of ingrains in you okay, this is what nursing is about. I know in 2021, a lot of us think nursing is about Instagram, photos, the bag, where we traveling to, I want to go everywhere, all this stuff. Thing. But that and this right here, this heart, that's the fundamentals of nursing. So for me, my values are, providing compassionate care, being compassionate to others, being an educator to others,
advocate.
An advocate. You're exactly right. So that's my back to basics.
Okay.
Little spiel.
Well, I guess I'll go again. I'm always talking. So back to the basics to me. In the nursing perspective is exactly what Pam said. It's taking it all the way back to exactly what you are here to do, and that's to take care of others, to give selflessly. We say that all the time. And to make the connection with the person that is in a very vulnerable state in their life, being sick, needing care, all those things put you in a vulnerable position to where, you may have questions, you may have something going on and you're afraid to ask, or you don't know what to say, or you think it's a stupid question. And so as nurses, you have to put yourself in the shoes of the patient, as well as think of whoever you're connecting with as your family member. Like this could be your mom and your dad, and so you really need to take time, especially if you're on the floor. You need to be going into the room and doing more than passing meds.
Oh, come on now.
You need to be taking a look and doing an assessment.
Is that what we do?
Can we an assessment
and a what?
Of your patient, head to toe. And that includes the mental, that includes the things that are going on at home. You need to know what brought them there, because just because they're sick, it doesn't mean that you know, they're ignorant or don't. It just could be barriers to care.
And what is that about?
Yeah.
What is that about?
A barrier is just basically you need something and there's something stopping you from getting it.
I mean, just think about it. Like, nobody plans to be in the hospital. That's number one.
It's not a vacation.
So my bills don't stop. My kids don't stop. I mean, whatever you got going on at home, don't stop.
Yeah.
Now, I'm going to switch it up too. Patience. Your nurse is a human.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Y'all have superheroed us in this pandemic, and that's not what we are. We
I
have
don't
families,
like
we
to
have
say
crises,
that.
we have death, we have all those things, and we have to check them at the time clock, which is sometimes hard to do. We have to remove ourselves. So in everything, I tell everybody, a part of being back to the basics is looking at everything in a 360 perspective. How do I feel? How do you think they feel? How does my family feel? Because I've seen my parents, my grandparents treated terribly in the hospital, which is what brought me back to nursing. Like, I was restaurant management. I was like, oh no, they're not. I can do what she's doing and better.
Grace and mercy goes a long way, guys. Because the exact grace that you want when you mess up or you do something wrong, you need to be giving that to other people as well. So guys, that is our segment, Back to the Basics.
That's right.
Thank you so much for tuning in right now.
But you know, we need to pay some bills and cut to commercial. Welcome, Notees. You are now tuned in with PVG of Nurse Notes.
Hi, I'm Pam.
I'm Veronica.
And I'm Gabby. And we are here to get you notarized. Tune in to our brand new podcast, Official Nurse Notes, on Thursdays from 7 to 8.
Where we'll share our personal journeys as nurses in healthcare
To help bring access and support to the communities around us.
Make sure you tune in because this show is going to be lit. See you there, Notees.
Hold on, Mark.
All right, Notees, thank you so much. We are back. That last segment, guys, was brought to you by none other than the 817 Manicure Studio.
Yes.
Hey, Ashley.
Hey, girl.
You see these nails? Maybe y'all can't see them.
But they cute.
But listen, 817 Manicure Studio is located in Arlington, Texas, over on Mesquite Street, guys. She specializes in gel, pedicures, polygel, gel manicures, hard gel, and dip. She is a fume-free salon.
It smells
so
wonderful
if
in
you
there.
have any allergies to any type of nail, like acrylic and things like that, this is the place for you. Some of y'all don't even know y'all are allergic. And so y'all go check her out as soon as you get a chance. And you can book with her and follow her on Instagram at 817 Manicure Studio.
It's a beautiful salon. I will say I visited plenty of times.
Okay. So,
All right. So we're going to go ahead and go into our next topic. And that is living in your purpose.
Living in your purpose. Oh, wow.
Yeah, we talked about it a little bit. And so we'll just go ahead and jump right on in. So living in your purpose, you know, sometimes the call line get busy when you living in your purpose.
Amen. And guess what?
The phone start ringing. The
and you
phone
don't
start
pick up.
ringing. Then that's not.
And you don't pick up.
Hey, that's not Jesus on the main line. We gonna have to call you back.
We're going to bed.
All right. So
Decline.
living in your purpose, Gabby. Tell us what that looks like, feels like for you.
Man, like you said, every day I go to work, it's got to be a ball. But living in your purpose, like I said, you know, the pandemic's been phases for me, you know, and I guess everybody, because, you know, you panic. And you was like, what are we going to do? Like, school shut down, but nurses, like, we don't stop working. Like, a lot of people didn't stop working. Anybody that was essential. Okay, that, we're going to talk about that probably another day. But it was the panic. And then it was the planning. Like, you got to plan, like, what are we going to do next?
Yeah.
But it was, like, a lot of uncertainty. So then, you know, you go into preparation and pain. Like, you know, people was losing people every day. But then, you know, like, a lot of people was like, why are you going to work? Like, nurses couldn't stop.
Oh, my God, I hated that question.
If we would have quit, where would you be? So, you know, it was a lot of calling. Like, I'm calling Pam. Like, I'm crying on these shifts. I'm like, girl, like, you know, because we didn't know. Like, even in the hospital, like, your job might change from day to day. You got to be flexible. People don't understand the flexibility.
No, explain
like,
flexible so they understand. Because flexible is loosely.
Flexible, like, I go from a management position to a frontline, swabbing all these patients position. You know, you got your family calling you like, girl, just quit. You know, people dying.
No, we
like,
can't quit.
You know, so you hear the media side, you hear the hospital side, and you know, it's just a lot. Like, so I'm swabbing patients, I'm taking temperatures, I'm running over here. You know, surgery is suspended. So I mean, it was just a lot of things, and then it's just like, when do we get to breathe? When do we get to stop? Like, what is your?
I got some.
I mean, what is our stop?
I got a story. Right. So working in acute care, as you know, when the pandemic hit, we basically got hit with the brunt of everything. Nobody knew anything.
What a mask? I'm with a mask.
Huh? What kind of mask?
What mask?
I'm gonna give you 3 masks in 12 hours. Oh, that's the wrong mask. So you're going to wear 2 masks. Like it was literally ridiculous.
Wear the shield. Don't wear the shield.
No, what shield?
Huh?
We ain't got none.
Oh, the goggles.
So basically, it was just like up in the air, and that produced a lot of anxiety within myself. So sometimes I didn't feel like going to work, but I know there was people depending on me, aka patients and family. So that goes into living in your purpose, because if you think of it as a job, you can just get another one.
Yeah.
But I didn't look at it as a job. I looked at it as doing a service to the community that I lived in. So,
and I mean, how did y'all deal with your own fear? Like, is there a point you were ever afraid?
So you got to pray. I don't know about you, but I had to pray.
Baby.
Prayer definitely kept me grounded. My friends kept me grounded. Family, because I mean, you couldn't visit them, and this is the thing
isolation.
That people. The isolation, people did not understand. Like, you're going to work, you're around something, okay, during
the unknown,
the unknown, literally, and they want you to come back to work, but then you have a family to raise. So how do you put the two together?
I can't even take pizza no more. How do you put it together?
You can't.
I sent my kids away for 2 weeks because I didn't know if they were safe or not.
I didn't see my family for about 3 months. I didn't see them. I think it was March is when everything went into court. We all went into quarantine. I didn't see them until June.
Right.
Yeah. I missed my birthday and everything. Yeah.
Right.
It was a lot, and to answer your question, I'm a reader. I'm all about educating myself, and being proactive instead of reactive, and that was very hard to do in the pandemic. Because there wasn't a lot of information to read. And
it was conflicting. The CDC changed everything every day.
Every day.
So you would hear one day, you know, you need to put this mask on. And then, you know, somebody's telling you that you don't need to wear it. So I had to go back to the basics of science and use my common sense. Because I know that if I put on a surgical mask, the point of the mask is to protect what I have. Protect the people from what I have.
That's what they tell us.
So in order for the mask to work, everybody has to wear a mask because you're not protected. The people are protected from you. Yes. So I had to take it back there to get through. Back to the basics, education, and knowing, you know, what was true and what you could tell was something that was just for TV.
And I'll just real quick, I just want to say, you know, working in acute care, we was wearing those what is it, the N95s and something.
No, first we had the level 1 surgical mask.
Level 1, it was okay. Anyway, but N95s, I just want to say, as a person that had to wear those 12 hours a day, sometimes 5 days a week, I feel like even to this day, I have to push to breathe. I have to push to make sure the volume, as you hear, I'm louder. Yeah, I'm pushing because I spent a year wearing N95 mask. I just want to throw that out there.
Yeah. Not only that, like, it changed my voice. My voice became deeper. Like, I don't know, like,
because we had to conserve.
You had to conserve. Like,
that's a real thing.
But like, the people that, like, I'm gonna tell you this, it did expose some of the people, because there's a lot of nurses that walked away, but it was a lot of fear. And if you didn't have that basic knowledge, like, we get stuck in one genre of nursing, and if you get stuck there and you're there for 20 years, you can't think of all the concepts. And like Veronica said, I had to take it back to, girl, you know what you know.
Yes.
You know what you know.
And then science, you got to go back to the science. You can't listen to the news and the media. And that's when I started advising my friends, but it makes a lot of people mad, because you know what Fox say is correct. It ain't what you know, it ain't what you've been educated on, it's what Fox say. Well, honey, let me tell you, I'm smarter than Fox on a bad day, but I didn't say that out loud. You know, it's just back to the basics. Like, I had to go back to what I learned in microbiology, what I learned in A&P, and then rely on my self-knowledge and my self-confidence. And that's what got me through the pandemic, and I didn't do spot.
It still caused burnout.
Oh,
And
definitely.
we say that.
I took 2 weeks off.
Yeah.
Let's
I mean,
talk
and
about
even
it.
and after 2 weeks, what
I
happened on the phone?
Didn't want to go back.
We got on the phone and had a meltdown.
Yes, we did.
Like,
About,
okay,
what, 2
what
hours?
what is this? Like,
What am I going to do?
What's that old church?
I want to be a nurse, but this is not my idea of nursing. And honestly, y'all, before the pandemic even started, nursing was already going a whole nother way because healthcare is going a whole nother way.
This is not a customer service industry. Just to be clear,
you need to educate yourself about your healthcare and your
It's
health
not
insurance.
just about
This
the
is
money,
not-
but that's what it is made to be about. And when you're a nurse and you're trying to provide care, because that's what your purpose is, you won't be able to stay in those jobs.
No, you won't. You're going to be
You
pushed
won't.
out.
well, the
You're-
funny thing
yeah.
is, Nurse Google, when you in the patient's room arguing with somebody, like,
Did you say Nurse
honey,
Google?
Nurse Google.
Okay.
Like,
I
I have
couldn't hear.
real-time knowledge. I went to school to study this, and you arguing me what Google say. Well, you can come to the hospital, as we all know, for abdominal pain, and you could have 137 diagnoses or more.
Or
Yeah.
more.
So,
or more than one at one time.
Yeah.
right, a lot of things can cause that. But, I mean, definitely, you know what your purpose is by if you was able to stick through it and keep coming to work and strapping on your boots and talking yourself into, like, you know, I'm necessary for the patients. Because, like, I mean, there was a lot of shortages. Like, we was flexing up. And anybody that's in this, you know what that means. That means you're working short, you're acting happy, and they feeding you nasty
Hey, and
pizza.
you might be taking unsafe ratios.
Oh.
One nurse, 8 patients.
But, you know, that's undesirable.
Oh.
Management's going to pitch that as that's undesirable.
Yeah.
Know your rights.
Know your rights. That's another thing about
your
back to the
rights.
basics. You
And
need
we'll
to
get
go
there.
and learn the laws. People were standing on that these laws changed in the pandemic. Baby, no, they didn't.
No, they didn't.
Nothing changed but what the media said.
And the nurse
but nothing on them
practice
board of
act-
nursing.
Nurse practice
The nurse
act
practice
don't
act
change.
doesn't change. You
Yes.
can
Know
go
that.
to your board's site and you can
They
get
never
into
said
that.
nurses should take unsafe.
Never.
And look at that last updated, because all that's on there. When the last time they updated those practice acts, that last update is on there because there has to be a board meeting, but
Yes.
nobody was meeting.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because there was no change.
There's no change.
Oh.
No change. Yep. And speaking of change,
Yes.
that y'all guys, that's really how we got into living our purpose. The pandemic forced us to change the way we see our jobs, the way we see ourselves, our families, and everything around us. It changed the way that we see healthcare today. And so now here we are. We're gonna do it. We're gonna live it the best way that we can.
Yeah, and we want to help people from both sides, not only nurses but the patients. Like, we understand, like, it's scary being in that room with people with masks that you can't see, and your whole family is stuck outside. And we didn't have time to be on the phone. Let's be clear. They was talking about FaceTime your family, call your family. Who? We didn't have time to talk to y'all. Do you want me to be taking care of your mama or calling you? Because anytime I'm spending on the phone, I'm not looking at critical pieces of information that could save her life.
Right. Exactly.
Or his life.
Yeah, and
So-
speaking of saving lives, guys, it is time to go to our next segment.
Yeah.
And that is
The
health information tip of the week.
Welcome back, Noties. It's time for Nurse Note Hit of the Week. I need a hit. Yeah.
I got static. Static.
Mic check.
Hello, hello.
All right, guys, we are back and we are gonna jump into our segment, the health information tip of the week.
Yes.
I know y'all heard
Tip
that.
of the
I need
week.
a hit.
Yeah.
All right, so our tip of the week is plain and simple. Stress is a silent killer. So you have heard us talk about so many different things, from back to the basics, from the intro to living in your purpose. And you heard the stress, you saw the tears, the compassion, the passion that we have for healthcare and nursing and giving back and taking care of people. So it tells you that there is a lot of stress out there, and especially still during uncertain times, because I'm sorry, I don't think we're as far along as
We're not.
But anyway,
That's
that's
neither here nor
that's
there.
another show. So
Crisis and coping. Oh,
Yeah, yeah.
yeah.
Stay tuned.
Stay
you
tuned.
really want to get the stress under control. Stress can raise your blood pressure.
Yes, it will.
Stress can give you cause heart attack.
Yes, it will.
It can cause a stroke. Stress can cause swelling in your lower limbs.
Yes.
It's a lot of y'all walking around with swollen ankles, swollen legs, and you can't figure out what's going on, and the doctor doesn't know. Listen, a lot of that is stress, because when you're stressed, your CNS system, your central nervous system, and your immune system cannot function the way they need to protect you. The immune system is there to protect you from illness, so when you're stressed, it's lowered. So you're more likely to catch a cold. You're more likely to get the flu and not be able to fight off simple illnesses and diseases. And when your CNS system is all out of control like that, that means your hormones are not in the right place. That means a lot of times, especially for women, you'll notice that you have belly fat that came out of nowhere. That is because cortisol is being released versus dopamine. That's because you're stressed and you're not smiling, you're not laughing, you're not doing enough to release enough dopamine, so you're gaining weight. You need to sleep, you need to rest. Say no. It's okay to tell people no.
It's okay to tell your job no. I'm not working 6 days this week. 12 hours. No,
just
ma'am,
put them on what's that called? Do not disturb, block.
You have
y'all
to.
Young people know
you
that.
have to
I don't know that.
Protect your what? Protect your
I just leave you on red, like Megan said.
And the energy does matter, because sometimes you don't even know that somebody is stressing you out. They're calling you because they want to vent, but in reality, they are really stressing you out about their stuff.
How do you manage your stress?
How do I?
Yes.
This right here, 817 Manicure Studio, baby. Listen, baby, I gotta go get these nails done. I gotta take a step away from the house. I gotta go see Lock by Maury. I gotta go get my hair done and just step away. Yeah, definitely some self-care.
So you saying that the pandemic caused these pounds I got?
So let's first of all, we're being
what she said.
we're being put in position. Let's talk about it. Yes, so stress causes weight gain.
The pandemic pounds.
Stress causes weight gain.
Cool.
I got
and weight gain can go up to 1 pound to 30.
Yeah,
it absolutely can.
You know the Cali Sunshine nursing out there for me. I actually lost weight because I wasn't stressed.
I lost weight too.
Yeah. I mean, it was stressful to see people in those situations. Yes. But when I could walk in that room and see that mountain view, baby.
It was something about the scenery.
Yeah.
And the beach.
I'm a view aromatherapy type, drop it down low, hit the manganese, all that kind of. That's me.
But watch your stress level. Monitor how you feel. Monitor what the body tells you.
And don't just try to mask it with like alcohol and those other things that numb you real quick.
Yeah, but it's also temporary.
That's temporary.
Yeah.
So, guys, that has been our segment, the health information tip of the week. Stress is a silent killer. This segment has been brought to you once again by 817 Manicure Studio. Ashley, what's good, girl? We love you over here. She specializes, guys, in polygel, Apres gel, pedicures without the little nasty spinner thing.
Yes.
I forget what it's called, but she don't have that.
The nasty spinner thing.
It's fume free, guys. Y'all go check her out.
Check her out.
Yeah.
But next, y'all, we need to pay a little bills because all these lights that's got us looking right. You know what I'm saying? So let's pay some bills and we'll be back.
And we are back, no tease. Thank you so much for tuning back in. Thank you so much for tuning in this far. And it's Gabby with the wave, y'all. it's Gabby with the wave, y'all. It's the wave for me. She's letting y'all know, welcome.
I think she's saying PBG is the wave.
Right.
I think that's what she's saying.
Okay. So we're going to go ahead into our next topic, which is self-care. And oh my goodness, doesn't it just tie right back to the basics?
Yes.
Living in your purpose.
Yes.
Hey, and the health information tip of the week about stress.
Yes.
So we talked about relieving stress.
Amen.
So what do you do to relieve stress? You do self-care, right?
Self-care, baby.
So come on with it, Pam. You gotta tell us what
Pam
you
is
do.
the princess of self-care.
Yes, come on. You gotta tell us.
If you need a like, I be like,
is,
Pam, I
and
got a
she's a
new
Gemini.
pimple. What I'm gonna do?
Yeah.
Well, that's
Pam, your girl.
That's the experience in nursing through dermatology.
Yeah.
So, anyways,
Hey,
so
I'm gonna say,
self-care.
listen, y'all. Pam has had a pimple and it be gone in 2 hours. I just want to
It-
throw
yeah,
that out
that's
there.
true.
Y'all might want
That's
to
true.
DM her a little bit by a little something. I'm just saying.
Go,
Okay.
It goes down to Pam's
go
DMs.
Go ahead and tell us about your
They
self-care,
can get the DMs.
Pam.
I'm just gonna forward them somewhere else. So, self-care. What self-care mean to me? Of course, let's break it down. Self, I care. So you have to pretty much find things.
Wait a minute. Pause on that, girl.
Did you like
She said,
that?
I care. You gotta soak that up. Wait a minute.
Okay, you want me to do
Run
that?
that back.
Okay.
Run it back,
Tell that
DJ.
DJ
Okay.
bring it back.
So self, I
I care.
I care.
Mm.
I gotta care
I
about
care
me
about me.
before I care about
Yes.
you.
Yes.
So self-care, I
Yes.
love getting my nails done. Don't look at them because I gotta go to 817 Manicure City. I also love getting pedicures. I love getting massages. I love taking care of my skin.
Yeah.
So I love getting facials. Not gonna say that company because they ain't sponsored yet, but they do a wonderful job. I
Sponsor
also
us,
love
we'll
getting my
shout you
hair
out.
done, doing my makeup. Spending time with family is a big deal for me. So I tend to spend time with family and friends at least twice a week. Even if I have
more.
to drive back to East Texas. But what I can recommend is finding something that actually speaks to your soul. Because if it doesn't feed your soul, you're not going to be rejuvenated.
So
and
play in the dirt if that's what you
I
do.
don't care what you do.
Yeah.
Ain't nothing wrong with playing in the dirt.
No.
Country.
My grandma.
Yes.
Go fishing.
Oh, stop
Don't
it.
play in dirt
Fishing.
that cats been peeing in. You'll get ringworm.
Oh, you will
I'm
get a
just
ringworm.
saying. You gotta watch the dirt. Hold
Yeah,
on.
yeah.
Miss Sensitivity
And I say
gonna
play
know
in dirt,
everything and
go,
tell you not
go
to
do
do.
a clay situation.
Yeah, that kind of dirt. You gotta let people know because people get
remember
the
what
wrong
we did for
idea.
your birthday?
Yeah.
We did like a paint and sip. That was fun.
Listen.
And if you, me and Gabby, we go dancing. Whatever,
Yeah.
whatever
Gonna
speaks
call
to
me
you.
out there.
I did.
Knees
Whatever
like
speaks
Meg-
to your soul.
I got them Essie knees
Gabby,
right
what do
now.
you
I
do?
don't. I have Mimo knees, so I'm just gonna stay down right now.
I'm the youngest,
On
but I do
that.
have me.
Just make sure if you drop it down, you can pick it up.
No,
You
Gabby,
better
do
find
that really
something to
well.
hold on to.
But what else do you do for self-care?
What do I do? Like same, like I like to get my nails done, my hair done. We're gonna get that done. That's a bill. That's on the list.
Yeah,
We're gonna
that's in the
put that in the
budget.
itinerary. I like the brunch, lunch, happy hour. Hit me up because I'll go. If you go, I'll go.
Yeah.
I like to spend time with the children. Like we like to go to the water park and stuff like that. I mean, just anything. I like spending time with my family. We dancers.
Yeah.
Like if we get together, we're gonna have a dance off. Like we had a Chris Brown challenge. I'm not gonna tell you about that. I got an injury trying to be Chris Brown. Don't do it. Learn your limits. When you old, you old. Just let it go. But just hanging out with good people, like surrounding yourself, like that's what you have to learn though. You have to learn how to cut out the bad and grow and cultivate the new.
No matter how much it hurts.
No matter how much it hurts.
If they
because
drain you, let them go.
everybody ain't your friend. Everybody ain't your partner. Oh, I probably ain't supposed to say that. But anyway, I'm just saying.
But
I
shout
got
out.
you.
Rest in peace.
So, Veronica, what do you do?
I think she's taking it back.
Yeah. I almost started
But we love
singing
him.
the song. I had to catch myself.
yeah,
My
Long
we
as
bad.
about
put
to
us
get
in the
outside
studio,
dancing.
and like I'm a little,
Well, we're so
I'm like,
excited that we're
yeah.
here tonight.
Listen. Okay, so I told y'all what I like to do.
Yeah.
It's gonna be the nails.
It's gonna be.
Yeah, we gonna do something with this hair.
And who did the hair again?
Locked by Maury, don't play. And she will sponsor. Don't play with her.
Yeah.
So yes, honey, I'm gonna do those things for me though. Okay, so I don't go get my nails done because my friends get their nails done.
Right.
I don't go get my hair done because somebody else is getting it. It is for me. So,
So you're
like
not a
she
follower.
said, it's
So you're not a follower.
it is, but I need y'all to follow Nurse
Hey,
Notes. But
On all
officialnurseNotes.com.
platforms.
but Nurse
Notes,
Notes,
TikTok.
I like to read. I love to write.
yeah,
I'm a writer.
Yeah.
I write poetry.
What else did you write?
She wrote that jingle.
Girl, don't
y'all.
do it. Don't do it, girl.
Shout out to Veronica for the intro.
Don't you do that.
For the
Don't
intro.
you do it. Don't do it.
She did that.
No.
Think
but
she did
I
that.
do. I write because it brings me peace.
Peace is
I can
everything.
put my heart on paper. I can say what I want to say. I can let
Be
these
who you
feelings
be.
bleed
You can
onto
express
the
yourself.
paper. I can. because, and you know, it don't always have to rhyme. Some of it is just the ugly truth.
And that's definitely a good
music is my life, y'all.
So,
I love music. So sometimes it's just turning the music up. I mean, you might hear a cartoon, you know, and then you might hear some Luther. I don't know. It just depends on what I'm going through.
Her playlist be jamming.
Yeah, the music gonna get you through though. Really, y'all, you gotta know you. Learn what you like. Learn what brings you comfort. Learn what brings you peace, and that's what you do for self-care.
Can I add something? Go ahead. No,
ahead,
you go. See, we're so considerate. You go.
I was just gonna say, in the pandemic, a lot of people lost themselves because they didn't know themselves.
All right.
We spent so much time pouring into your job, into everything else, but you.
Yeah.
Find you. Like, nursing taught me that early, but I've always been a person that date myself. Like, baby, I'll disappear on you and just driving to the car stop, and then I'll get a hotel and be like, take myself to dinner, because if you're not happy, you can't make anybody else happy. You can't pour into anybody else. And being a nurturer, you forget that, and you will stress out. Like, Snapped is a real show for a reason.
So what I was going to add was, okay, I got about 15 different things I need to add. So real quick. Ayanna Van Zandt had a book. I can't remember the title of the book, but I was reading it on the airplane once, and she was talking about different personality types, pretty much. And in the book, it said that most nurses don't care for themselves. Like, literally, she was like, all you do is give, and then you get burnt out, but you want to know why you're burnt out, and it's because you don't give to yourself, but you refuse to give to yourself, because I got to make time to give to somebody else. So she had like a whole little plan of how to, you know.
But
go ahead.
it transfers not only, you know, from the job, like you do that at
Do it
home
in your
too.
personal
So then
life,
sometimes you just like, what do I do next? You crying to your nursing friend.
Oh, okay, you do?
And
Yes, you do.
You know, you talk about pouring. I use the analogy all the time. When you're trying to pour into other people and your cup is empty, just think about you going to a restaurant, right? The waiter comes, brings you this glass. He comes back with this pitcher. It's empty. You ask for water. He's pouring in the cup, but it's nothing in the pitcher. So what are you gonna do? You gonna say something to the waiter, right? Like, ma'am, sir, I asked for water. I need you to put something in my cup. You're gonna address it, right? Or he probably not gonna get a tip, right?
No tip.
Oh, okay.
Put drink in my cup.
I'm gonna give him $1.
Why
He worked hard still.
Allowing people to do that to us.
So what I was getting at was, I read the book, thought about it, and basically made a plan for myself. Amen. So as we're talking about living in our purpose and self-care. A part of self-care is doing something that is meaningful to you, and that's what I think about when I think about Nurse Notes. So when we came up with the whole plan to do the podcast and do the live stream, which was also part of Villa Cooler Radio, it pretty much just rejuvenated me and gave me energy. It was plenty of nights we all cried, but I cried by myself because I'm like, oh my God, I'm about to do something that is, you know, calming to my soul, and actually I want to keep going because I know we have gifts. And
let's
I know
talk about them praise and worship mornings,
right.
Lord.
Oh, we prayed many times. Many times.
Getting up at 7:40 in the morning,
yes.
starting out with
before
prayer before we got
Start
our
your
day.
We had to make sure we were close
grounded,
but
cloaked
we
in the word,
together
right?
Because we're working together.
Yes.
And that's something that on a regular job you don't even like your coworkers, so you know you're not gonna pray with them. So it is.
She said you don't like
a blessing to live in your purpose, and if it takes you away from the four walls, hey,
you need to.
Saying.
I would say make sure your village is positive, because a lot of us, we go to work, that's negative. For some of us, it's negative, and then you go home, that's negative, and then you go. It's just a rinse and repeat.
You know, the thing is, like, sometimes you don't even realize, like, so when I took a step back and I got to go and reevaluate myself, because I preached that to people because it was a thing to do. Like, these nurses, we out here on the floor, y'all. It's like this, like people calling, they cussing you out.
You don't use the bathroom.
It's Christmas Eve, like we come to work, we trying to be happy, and we getting cussed out. Like, hey, I told a man, you can 35 and street yourself because what you ain't gonna do is mistreat us. And I know that's all bad English, but Gabby had to come out and get with them because you know what? Like, a lot of things that we do is selfless. Like, we give up holidays, we give up birthdays.
Your own birthday.
If you didn't tell me 45 days in advance, I can't get off.
Yeah.
My family had to learn that the hard way. Like, I missed so many things. Like
weddings.
My grandma's funeral. Let's be clear.
Yeah.
I mean, I got terminated because I came to my uncle's funeral. But I let nothing stop me from taking care of my family anymore because, let's just be honest, any job you doing, they're going to replace you tomorrow.
Yeah.
Today.
Actually,
They're going to
the
post that
minute
job.
that you
Are unessential.
Pass
Your
on,
job
come
will be
on.
online.
they're going
They
to post
said.
that job, honey. And
Please believe it.
They may or may not send flowers.
They're not.
I was like,
Okay,
flowers.
Veronica's clowning today. We're gonna
just
get
She
back to
being
her.
messy.
Back
I'm
to
just
her.
saying.
They may or might not. But that's true. You know, people are not considerate of you. And like I had to tell one of my friends, like, nobody cares about your struggle.
They
That's
don't.
why self-care is very important, and you don't sacrifice that. I mean, I know a lot of my friends, like, they became parents and they just forgot, like, that they had to take care of themselves. And then what's going to happen when your kids get older and you have no friends? I've seen people that I've known married for 20 years no longer married
But I say
because
they
grew
usually get
apart.
divorced.
I mean, you have to know how to take care of yourself. So men, I mean, y'all can get them terrible toes manicured too. There's nothing wrong with that.
Ooh.
Your feet is a part of your health, is a part of your wealth. You know, your personal health is really your personal wealth.
It
That's
is.
right.
It really is. They say
So
it all the
support
time.
your feet, support your back.
back.
I'm getting the thumbs down. Okay, they said I'm acting up. That's the coffee for me.
But just find something that actually brings you happiness. That's what I would tell you.
That's it.
Happiness, peace, and a step away from whatever is stressing you out. Because let's
Don't
be
think
honest,
about
as
work.
adults, y'all know stress is a part of life.
Yeah.
You have to learn how to manage it. It's
Yes.
not gonna go away. Taking pills or doing something to hurt yourself and all of that drink. None of those things
not.
are gonna stop the stressors. You have to learn how to manage it, and a part of managing stress is self-care. Okay, so that has been our topic. We're gonna go
That
ahead.
was a good
and,
one. That was a good one.
Yeah, it was. We're gonna go ahead and pay 3 or 4 more bills, and we'll be right
I'm
back.
taking all my money.
Welcome, Notees. You are now tuned in with PVG of Nurse Notes.
Hi, I'm Pam.
I'm Veronica.
And I'm Gabby. And we are here to get you notarized. Tune in to our brand new podcast, Official Nurse Notes, on Thursdays from 7 to 8.
Where we'll share our personal journeys as nurses in healthcare.
To help bring access and support to the communities around us.
Make sure you tune in because this show is going to be lit. See you there, Notees.
Notees, welcome back. I'm mad. I'm sorry.
Why you mad?
I just came back mad.
Let's talk about
Pam
it.
said she gonna give me a booster seat. Hold up.
I'm just saying, there's a little
Hold up.
difference.
I couldn't even come back from
We
commercial.
appreciate all
I had to
heights
say
at Nurse
this
Notes.
lady said she gonna give me. Okay.
We appreciate all heights and nurse
We're going to
notes.
get a booster seat.
I feel.
Sit up like we
I
supposed to.
feel
It'll
judged.
be like you're wearing heels.
I feel judged. Judged. My God. Thank you, Notees, so
Have
much
mercy.
for tuning in to Nurse Notes tonight. Gabby with the wave. Y'all, it has been a great show for us, a release.
So fun.
Because of course there's anxiety when you do something for the first time.
Right.
So we've been pumped, we've been excited. I think we pulled it off.
We did
I hope
amazing.
y'all like the show.
Let us know in the comments.
But yeah, tell
No
us what you.
DMs, because Veronica don't like them. None.
Those
That's
are
not true.
She don't
We
like
have a
DMs.
social media manager now, so don't worry about me. If you go into the DMs, keep it PG, okay?
PG, 'cause
keep
she's a
it-
baby.
Keep it professional, okay? And we want to help, you know.
And
would
we're not
love
looking
to-
for no new husbands, boyfriends, unless you. Never mind.
Did
I'm
y'all
not
see
gonna put
that? Did
on
y'all
Nurse
see that
Notes.
one? Did y'all see that one? I ain't
We
gonna
not
go
got
there.
no OnlyFans page.
Y'all don't forget to like, follow, and share. Don't forget to subscribe on YouTube.
Yes.
Listen, we
Instagram.
have brought you some great topics. Who we are.
Hey, can
Hi,
we tell them
Nurse
about some of the new topics that we're gonna have? And we do want to
Yeah.
shout out Villacula Media again and everybody that made this beautiful set.
Yes, they took all their
yeah.
time.
We
Jeez.
can't call them over here because they grubbing.
Yeah.
They eating something good. They gonna have to get us some food
I just
too.
want to buy the chicken.
I smell food.
But if you're in the Dallas Fort
I'm
Worth
just
area and you're looking for producers or studio time or anything
Hey.
like that, just Connect with us and we'll get you to where to go.
Yeah.
You better get over the video.
So about them other shows, y'all, we be getting off track then.
We got. I ain't gonna say
Man,
that
you
out loud.
started that.
I start everything. They know don't follow me. I will
telling
derail
the
the
people I
train.
was gonna bring the whole thing in. I was gonna tie it all
They
together.
know.
I had this whole speech.
You know I'm on coffee.
And she started talking about something else.
Coffee and honey buns. Come on now.
Pam said she gonna get us a buzz before I get
Listen,
on
y'all.
track.
Our next show
Our next show.
is gonna be called Heart First.
Heart First.
Listen, y'all don't want to miss it.
Don't
Okay,
at
all.
y'all better come
At
back
all.
next week at the same time.
Especially you people that's not checking your blood pressure and drinking your water. We're 2 bottle Kenny.
And
Yeah.
We gonna need to get y'all some water bottles.
Yeah.
I expect to see them. So when you tune in, have your bottles. We gonna
Have your
talk
bottled
about
water.
pandemic praise. We gonna talk about what's
Of course, we're going back to
crisis
the
and
basics
coping.
again.
And
Yeah.
we gonna always
Crisis
take you
and
back to the
coping.
basics. We always gonna
training
hit you with
versus
the
treating.
hit.
Yeah.
That's another
Yeah.
show.
Yeah, we got some great shows, and it's
And
all gonna tie back into tonight, y'all.
Yeah.
If you have any shows or any things that you want us to talk about, please DM them people, because I'm not a social media person, so bear with me. If you hit me up, it might take you 48 hours because they got to send tutorial videos to my phone.
Amen.
And then I got
That's
a
what we
tutorial
did last
myself.
night.
2 or 3 of them, baby,
So
just to show how to work
if you
emojis.
have questions, you can reach us at Facebook on Nurse Notes. We also have a group, Nurse Notes Connections. We also have official
Get
Nurse
in the
Notes
group,
on Instagram
y'all.
and Twitter.
And we got a website, www.officialnursenotes. You can find everything that we talking about and link to
And
whatever
our
platform
t-shirts.
you
Don't
like.
forget our t-shirts.
Oh, t-shirts.
I know you saw the
We'll have them
commercial.
on next week. We'll
Yeah.
have our t-shirts on. But we know
Yeah.
you saw the commercial. But thanks everybody for tuning in. If you want to sponsor, DM us. We'll tell you how to do
Hit
that.
us
If you
up.
want to have your own commercial, hit us up. We
Yeah.
can help you
At
with that.
Official Nurse Notes on Instagram, TikTok, and Facebook.
TikTok.
Okay? You hear me?
You can
Oh,
find
okay.
us if you look. That's what we trying to tell
I
you.
thought somebody hit ass.
I think they did.
Shoot. Okay.
We're going to get a new TikTok.
Yeah.
Because I ain't swinging
And
from no
Pam,
chandelier.
we doing one
Pam
tonight.
has announcements.
Like what?
Oh, maybe she don't no more.
Uh-uh.
Oh, she changed her mind.
What's the announcement? Remind me. Are we?
They forgot their bullet point.
Pam said no. So we're not going to announce that this week. We're going to wait till next week. And I'm not getting in trouble. So we're going to move on. We're going to move on. Y'all, thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you so much for listening to everything that we had to say tonight. And for everybody, like we said, we told you how to get in touch with us. Hit us up. Tell
Please
us
do.
what you like, what you didn't like. Be nice.
Any suggestions? What you
Be
want to
ki-
see?
Be
is very
kind. Be kind. We take constructive criticism.
Constructive.
But
Very
they
well.
destructive, get in the inbox with it. They gonna forward it to me.
We gonna find.
Be kind. Be kind. Y'all always remember to take it back to the basics and everything that you do.
Your mama taught you to be nice.
Yeah. The health information tip of the week. Stress is a silent killer, y'all. Get rid of it. Scoot it out the door.
scoot it out the
Make
door.
time for self-care.
Live in your purpose.
I care.
Because we dope. We dominate our purpose every day.
That too. That too. What's the other
That's
one?
on our site.
Oh, okay, buy a shirt. I don't know. That's all I'm saying. Get a shirt.
And
You may
drink
as well.
water.
Yeah, I'm just saying, you may as well.
Drink
How much
water.
water would you recommend?
64 ounces a day.
Oh, okay.
That's
That's bare minimum.
8 ounces of water. Because
Not baby
most
bottles.
of your body is water. You know?
It
Not
helps your
Coke.
skin.
Helps your
Makes your skin
kidneys
glow.
and your liver work well together. So that when
Clears
you
your
go to bed
eyes.
at night, you don't require as much sleep because they don't have to work as hard because you have hydrated yourself
Yeah.
and you're not
And that's
dehydrated.
real.
Yeah, like you waking up with a headache every day.
That's
You're
not
probably
normal.
dehydrated.
That's
Yeah.
not normal. That's blood pressure. and
Self-care. Self-care.
I
Oh, okay.
care about
Check
me.
your blood pressure at Walmart for free. They got the little
Or
thing.
CVS now.
Or CVS, and then contact a doctor.
And
Yeah.
if it's over, I say
Yeah.
about 130.
Yeah.
138. That's
I
a
got my
strong
nose
8.
turned up at the CVS one, but I'm going to just be quiet.
Well, you
First of all,
know.
let's recommend them to go get a primary care physician.
Do that.
Yeah.
But
I'm
if
going
you
to need
don't
y'all to
know,
go get it
That's
checked for
another
real.
show. Stay tuned.
Yeah, get it checked for real.
Get a check for real.
Yeah. The self-care don't live at the Walmart
And I
machine.
think for Juneteenth, we may be
No,
doing a
but it
health
gives
fair
you a
as well, so
baseline.
just
Yeah.
stay
It's a
tuned for that.
baseline.
I'm excited about that too.
The health fair?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're going to wrap this up. We're going to say thank y'all for tuning in.
Thank you so
Our first
much.
show. We feel like it was lit. Let us know. Villa Cooler Radio, thank you. Thank everybody.
Villa Coola.
What she
Just
sound
like
thank
that.
One Thursday night, I was sitting at
home.
home, scrolling, looking crazy bored on my phone.
Who is that?
It's Nurse Notes, y'all.
All right. Bye.